The Gadsden Purchase, also known as the Gadsden Treaty, was an agreement between the United States of America and the Second Empire of Mexico. The Gadsden Purchase was a very interesting gain of territory for the United States. The land that was purchased was part of present-day Arizona and New Mexico. This purchase made the present-day border that the U.S. has with Mexico. The Gadsden Purchase provided land for a transcontinental railroad after the Mexican-American War, too. But a thing that may come across your mind about this purchase is, why did the U.S. purchase this land? Well, even though the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo ended the Mexican-American War in 1848, tensions were still there after the war. Both the American and Mexican governments claimed the Mesilla Valley. The Mexican government also demanded monetary compensation for Native American attacks in the region. Mexico was demanding monetary compensation because, in the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, the U.S. promised to protect Mexico from Native American attacks. But the U.S. refused to pay Mexico because, even though they had agreed to protect Mexico from these Native American attacks, they had not agreed to pay Mexico after these attacks. American citizens also illegally entered Mexico to start rebellions, with hopes to help the U.S. gain more lands, like some American empire. There were even more tensions, though. The U.S. complicated efforts to find a southern transcontinental railroad, and all routes passed through Mexico. The U.S. attempted to buy the Isthmus of Tehuantepec, an area in southern Mexico connecting the Pacific Ocean and the Gulf of Mexico. But Mexico had already granted Mexican Don Jose de Garay the right to build colonies for Americans on the Isthmus with capital from the New Orleans Company. This was known as the Garay Project. But Mexican President Juan Ceballos revoked the right, fearing a rebellion. This angered U.S. investors. In 1853, Mexico kicked Americans off their property in the Mesilla Valley. Governor William Lane of New Mexico declared the Mesilla Valley part of the U.S. territory of New Mexico. Mexican President Antonio de Santa Anna replied by putting troops into the Mesilla Valley. The U.S. President Franklin Pierce sent James Gadsden, the U.S. minister, to Mexico. Gadsden was sent to negotiate with Santa Anna. The American Secretary of State William Marcy made Gadsden renegotiate a border for a release of U.S. financial obligations related to the past things mentioned. Gadsden met with Santa Anna on September 25, 1853. Christopher Ward, a U.S. agent for investors in the Garay Project, was sent by Franklin Pierce to give Gadsden options for negotiating. These options were $50 million for Lower California, or $15 million for a small land deal that would provide for the Southern Railroad. However, Ward lied to Gadsden, stating that the president wanted the claims of the Garay Party put in any treaty with Mexico. Pierce didn't tell Ward to say this because he didn't believe in government affairs with private companies. Santa Anna didn't want to sell a large portion of Mexico, but he needed money to put down rebellions in Mexico. So on December 30th, 1853, Gadsden and Santa Anna made a deal. The U.S. would pay $15 million for a strip of land in the U.S. Southwest. The U.S. would also assume American private claims, including claims related to the Garay deal. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you like this video. This is one of my few first videos, to be specific, my fourth video that I'm making. I hope you hit the like button and subscribe. You can comment if you want. Bye.